Hello, my lovelies. Nice to see y'all again. Okay, much better now. For those who didn't see it a few moments ago, my mic was not working for some reason. I fixed it. Now you can hear me. All is well. Luckily, nothing happened aside from the countdown, but that's not important, so we don't need to keep it anyhow. And yeah, let's not waste any time. We got Mighty and Ray to take care of. Well, we got Mighty to take care of specifically. I'm not going to do both in one stream. Although, at this point I could definitely do both in one stream, because, starting now, I'm actually gonna speed through the game. Aside from the fact that I still won't turn super. But yeah. Let's see just how fast I can really get. I'm excited to show off a bit. Though, I'm still at my best when I have access to the drop dash. But that's besides the point. Really like how all of them are just watching. They see Acrobo scavenging something on Angel Island. Obviously it can't be anything good, so why the hell are they just waiting? What the hell stopped me? So, Mighty the Armadillo from Sonic. Admittedly, I don't remember what the game was called. It was like an arcade game it had where Sonic, Mighty and Ray made their appearance. Well, where Mighty and Ray made their first appearance, more correctly. Oh, and you just saw that? We did not lose any rings falling onto the spikes because, well, Mighty can take a hit from spikes, and I'm gonna test that, which is a bad idea, but I will need to test it. I believe he can also reflect small projectiles, all due to his super hard and sturdy armadillo shell. So, Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel. I forgot what their game of origin is called, shame on me. But, well, Sonic, Mighty and Ray were trapped on a labyrinth-style island, or well, a dungeon more correctly, that Eggman had made. And that's interesting. The game was, from what I've seen, super finicky because instead of a joystick or a D-pad or anything, you had like this ball, this sphere that you needed to roll around in place. And it was like top-down 3D, well, not top-down, this half perspective, this three-quarter top-down. 3D, and you could also spin, dash, and jump, though I actually have no idea how the hell you would do that, because from what I know, the ball thingy that you used to control the characters themselves was... Wouldn't that require both hands for better control? Whatever, doesn't really matter. Point is, that's where Mighty and Ray are from. Why Mighty and Ray? I honestly don't know why those two specifically, but I do know they're red and yellow. Well, the thing is, Mighty and Ray... Well, let me show it actually. Wait. Boing. Pretty sturdy, right? And okay, can I? Yes, I can! Yeah, but I do have to be jumping for that. Pretty cool, ain't it? Oh, yeah. That's where Mighty and Ray are from. I believe there are also in Knuckles Chaotix as unlockable characters. Well, unlockable. Man, I really should fact check stuff beforehand before I start yapping on stream with bare bone knowledge. Did I seriously just miss the Mega Ring? Whatever. Wait, I don't even lose my shield? Oh, that's cool. Oh yeah. I believe the game they were originally from was supposed to be called something like Sonic Bros. And it had Sonic and a red and a yellow Sonic, but red and yellow Sonic got replaced by Mighty and Ray. Let's see, Mighty the Armadillo. What's its origin game called? Oh, it was actually just called Sega Sonic. Well, Sega Sonic the Hedgehog, whatever. Yeah. Mighty and Ray from Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, I gotta show that. Mighty's ability is to stomp. Like, well, I guess his ability really just revolves around him having that really sturdy armadillo shell, which allows him to bounce on spikes to reflect projectiles, and to stomp down and break stuff immediately without bouncing back up. As far as I'm aware, Sega Sonic didn't have any story other than, well, yeah, Eggman just trapped those people there. Which is interesting if you think about it, cause like, that was their first appearance and all. And yeah, it really didn't matter which one of the three you played, cause like, all three characters moved with the same speed, could do a small spin dash, and could jump. And no matter which one you play of them, it ends with all three running away while Eggman's Dungeon Island explodes in the back. And yeah, later we were also in Knuckles Chaotix. Originally, that I know for a fact actually, it was supposed to be Sonic and Tails in Knuckles Chaotix, but because those two would have taken... Yeah, that never works. Those two would have stolen the spotlight in what was supposed to be Knuckles' game. Instead we got Mighty and Ray, who... It's funny, because they said it in Tails Tube as well, Mighty and Ray are somewhat similar to Sonic and Tails. Ray is yellow and can fly. Mighty has well, honestly I wouldn't say he has a similar personality to Sonic actually. I think the thing with Mighty is that he was one of Sonic's concepts, just like Phil's the Rabbit, or well, officially it's just called the rabbit character. But yeah, I believe Mighty was one of Sonic's concepts that went unused at first. And yeah, it's interesting because Mighty, even though Mighty and Ray are supposed to be like Sonic and Tails, and relationship-wise they really are. Like, it's cute. No, saying they mirror each other is wrong. Like, they're really similar. But, honestly, I think personally that Mighty more so resembles Knuckles, cause like, they're both red, and Mighty's thing is just like with Knuckles, his strength and not his speed. Well, almost missed the Mega Ring, that would have been embarrassing. Yeah, and then after many years of absence, which got referenced by the way in Sonic Generations, for those who don't know, City Escape, I don't know if both versions of City Escape, but Classic Sonic's version has missing posters for Mighty and Ray, as well as wanted posters for Bean, Bark, and Fang. And after that, they finally returned playable here in Sonic Mania Plus, which I think is pretty neat. And something that you may notice, they have, even in this 3D model, Mighty's stance while running with one hand back and the other in the front. I'll show that better with the 2D sprite, but that is the exact same way they were told the rings in Knuckles Chaotix. That's why their hands are like that, because in one hand each character would hold a ring, and the two rings from character 1 and character 2 would be combined, would be like they would have like this magic ring thread, I don't know what to call it. They'd be connected. And that's where that running animation is from. I think it's really cute that they brought it back like this. And aside from that, or well, not aside from that, fitting to that, since they made their grand return in Sonic Mania Plus, they also made an appearance in Sonic Mania Adventures, that 5-episode animation series on YouTube, which, by the way, I absolutely love. I'm really considering watching it on stream, but I don't know, with animations and stuff, how the copyright is. And, well, I won't even have anything interesting to react to it, really, since I watched it so freaking many times. Not that I have anything... What in the hell? Not that I have anything new to react to in this game. Well, for the most part. Since I played that so many times, but... Well, games aren't just for blind reaction. I mean, there are a bunch of other games that I've played already that I still want to play on stream, you know, like Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Odyssey, Mario Wonder, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Leech Brothership, Sonic Superstars, every single Shantae game. Oh, well, not every single Shantae game. Admittedly, even though I own both the GBA cartridge and the Deluxe Edition on Switch, I've still not played Shantae Advance at all. I originally wanted to, like, when my copy arrived, I was just so busy with other stuff, like, when did it arrive? I don't remember. I do have a photo of the day it arrived. It must have been wrong. It must have been last August, because I remember the reason why I didn't play it was because I was busy working on my cosplay. Oh yeah, it must have been around a year ago. And then by the time the deluxe version on Switch was on sale and I bought it, by then we already knew about the new Shantae game. It had been announced already. Classic staircase. So it... Hello, Joe. You came in at a great moment. We're puyoing it up. Frick, what do I do with this? Frick. I think I just have... Oh, wait, perfect. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. And a 4! Have I played Puyo Puyo before? Hell yeah, I have! I absolutely love the Puyo series. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine was a childhood game of mine. And I got reintroduced to Puyo Puyo thanks to Puyo Puyo Tetris. And since then, I watched, like, let's see, I played Puyo Puyo, I played Puyo Puyo 2, I played Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Kirby's Avalanche, Puyo Puyo Tetris and Puyo Puyo Tetris 2, and Puyo Puyo Champions. Nah, 4 isn't that insane. Actually, yesterday, obviously you joined near the end of the stream, but yesterday I hit a 6 chain. Or was it no, it was a 6 chain, I think. So that's cool. Yeah, anyhow, I absolutely love Puyo Puyo. I also am really fond of its predecessor series, Marumonogatari. And I did play Marumonogatari Fia and the Wondrous Academy on stream last year. You can find it on my bot channel on YouTube. Then, yeah. I had, with Arl releasing in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, I re-entered my Puyo craze, which I hadn't done in like half a year. And through my re-entered Puyo craze, I made the effort. I wrote down and found emulators. I just have to download them for all the Mario games and a bunch of the Puyo games translated in English. So yeah, I just have to get oh goodness, I'm really running out of things. Oh, this is bad. Never mind, not bad anymore. I really wanna play through the entire Puyo series on stream at some point. I understand what you mean. Don't let it fool you that I hit the 4 chain there. I'm also not that great at Puyo Puyo. I am decent, I hope. If I have to be realistic, I would put myself as somewhat below average, but not actually garbage. But still, it's just so much fun, I don't know. I really love Puyo Puyo. Though I do only play it against CPUs for the most part. Like, you won't catch me dead playing online. I'll get my ass kicked. No, thank you. Besides, I'm also more than I'm interested in playing it competitively. I'm more interested in the story. Like, the lore is so good. Like, seriously, Puyo Puyo and especially Maru Monogatari is, in my eyes, similar to Kirby and Splatoon. The game seems so lighthearted and has such colorful worlds and character designs, and especially Puyo Puyo is just so freaking hilarious. Like, Puyo's humor is some of my favorite humor in gaming, if not my actual favorite in gaming. But the lore is actually so serious if you actually read through it. Like, hallelujah! Man, my stream list really is long. Like, all the games that I currently have planned that I want to stream at some point. Hold, okay, hold that thought. Can't and won't screw up a single Chaos Emerald through this entire streaming series. Okay. As I was saying. Oh, before I start saying it, which character is your favorite? Mine are Doppelganger, Arl, and Sig. Absolutely love them. Yeah. Huh, honestly, what time is it? 1942, so I've been live for 20 minutes. About 20-ish minutes. This is something that I should definitely edit out into a short later, because the list of games I plan to stream, not exactly in the near future, but the list of games I plan to stream in general. There is Super Mario 3D World, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, Super Mario 3D World Bowser's Fury, well, specifically Bowser's Fury, I suppose, Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Mario and Luigi Brothership. I live in Germany, by the way. It's okay to ask, don't worry about that. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap, The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake whenever that releases, Shantae Risky's Revenge, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Shantae Hachimi Hero, Shantae and the Seven Sirens, Shantae Advance, Mega Man 1 through 11, Mega Man X 1 through 8, Mega Man Zero 1 through 4. Yeah, actually, the entire Mega Man series that is in Legacy Collections, to just say it short. Mega Man Dual Override, and Also the new Shantae game, once that releases. Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. All for Xenoblade Chronicles games. Switch to Edition. And... oh, I suppose also Pokemon Winds and Waves. And of course, as they come out, also Chapter Rune. Genius. Also Deltarune, Chapter 6 and Chapter 7. Yeah, I do like streaming. Moreover, it's nice cause some of these games I haven't played myself at all yet. And some of these games, like Brothership or Echoes of Wisdom, for example, are games that I absolutely love, and I really just want to share. Like, that's the reason why I started streaming in the first place. I just love the idea of sharing my passion with others. Heck, that's why I started posting art 10 years ago to begin. Well, no, I started drawing 10 years ago. I started posting about 9 years ago. Yeah, that's why I do everything that I do online. I really want to share my passion with as many people as possible. Like, when I was a child still, found inspiration through Let's Players, through YouTubers, through artists, through animators. And already back then, like, I was still in elementary school, but already back then I had the wish that one day I wanted to create stuff and play games and stuff and inspire people the same way that they inspired me. That's my main reason. Well, that used to be my main reason for streaming. Now it's also because I want this to be a safe place for people. I talked about it. I actually have it as a clip here on Twitch. Like, I said it back then, and I still mean it a year later. I wanna create a community. I wanna create a community where people feel safe and are free to share their passions and to be themselves. And are just safe, you know? I want my streams to be a safe place for people. And a creative place. Well, I wish you good luck as well for once you started streaming yourself. I really wonder how much faster things would go if I were to turn super. Mighty can reach Eggman. Mighty can reach, right? Okay, yeah, I do not need to turn super. Okay, although you have to be going downward for that. Gosh darn it. There we go. No super farm needed at all. Honestly, I can't decide who I like more gameplay-wise between... Oh, you have never seen Super Mighty? Say no more? Then next time we get 50 rings, you'll get to see him. Hold on, isn't there... No, wait. I don't remember there being a shield here. Was it back here? There it is! That's what I was looking for. Unfortunately, Mighty can't make it over as easy as the flying characters can. And here we go, let me go up, and... Super Mighty time! Unfortunately, just like with everyone whose name isn't Sonic the Hedgehog, or Shadow the Hedgehog... Well, no, actually, even Shadow in Silver. Unfortunately, Mighty is also a victim to the just glow a bit. Seriously, the only characters who have an actual super farm are Sonic, Trip, and Chaos. Oh, and Jamerl, I suppose. Everyone else just glows. Tails turns into a bright yellow, Knuckles... No, Tails and... No, I mean, yeah, but that's the thing, I mean, the only characters who actually change through their super farms are Sonic, Chaos, and Trip when they turn into Super Sonic, Super Trip, and Perfect Chaos. Because... Tails and Ray start glowing a brighter yellow. Mighty and Knuckles start glowing pink, so does Amy, by the way. Amy actually becomes almost white-ish pink. And while Shadow and Silver also become golden like Sonic, they otherwise remain the same. Like Sonic's quills go upward, but Shadow and Silver's quills don't change shape from how they were before. And I'm not talking about Blaze at all because, well, Blaze doesn't turn super. Blaze becomes Burning Blaze. And I admittedly don't exactly remember what Burning Blaze looks like, which is my main reason for not bringing her up. Burning Blaze, let me look her up real quick. Oh yeah, okay, I suppose she is a bit different. Aside from... Okay, no... She doesn't change his... She's different enough. Her clothes turn red, her skin, her fur turns pink, and her tail and hair start burning. And have a fire shape, which they didn't have before they were welcomed. Whatever. Yeah, I agree with you. I also really like Mighty and Ray. Especially, like, I don't know, it's something about how serious Mighty's expression... Oh, that was a close call. Something about how serious Mighty's expression is really speaks to me. Like, I think it's really cool. I was at first kinda bummed that they weren't in Sonic Superstars. I was really hoping that they would. But nah, I really like Trip as well. Oh, that is unfortunate. I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't want them... Have a nice time eating dinner, and don't worry, you don't gotta promise anything. In those few minutes you are here, I really appreciate that. Oh goodness, oh goodness! Ouch! But yeah, have a nice time eating dinner, and thanks for dropping by. Oh goodness. You know what, I'll just speak through. I really don't want to be down here anymore. Right, fire is something that Mighty cannot resist. Because believe it or not, fire is neither spikes, nor is it the... Wait, how can Mighty just deflect laser bullets? But a bit of heat does him in. But like, shouldn't the laser bullets also be hot as hell? Oh my goodness, I forgot that I can just stomp through the walls instead of having to wait for the bombs to break them. Oh, that is so cool. I'm really looking forward to getting to playing battery with Ray, cause like I suppose on one hand I shouldn't spoil things that you'll still get to see. Let's just say Ray has a really cool animation here in Flying Battery that I like. And the 1, and the 2, and the 3, and the 4. Let's see. Can I? Nope. If I'm not super, I just don't have enough oomph to slam him in there. And a 5, and we gotta wait for 6. And kablamo! Oh, come on! I can never center any of them. Gosh darn. And there you saw it, Mighty can just stomp through the broken crates. Which is, as far as I know, the literally only way to get this thing to open. So as I said before, was Mighty planned from the get-go? Who knows? It's really nice to be going fast like this. I should have just... yeah. I said I won't turn super, but, that's an annoying jump that I don't want to have to deal with. Guess I'm a bit of a rule breaker, aren't I? There we go. The downside with Super Farm is that it's slippery. I can deflect that as well? I didn't know. Bruh. I'm not gonna forget and... Yes! Wait, really? All that time that I wanted to get in there and it was just for a 1-up? I thought it's an alternate path. True, Davis. Whatever, ring. Man, what a time waste. Too bad that once I get bounced from a paper thing that I can't stomp out. Bam, there we go. All because I'm impatient. Oh well. I suppose it's better this way, cause otherwise I would have had to do it without rings. Stop being so impatient, Mighty. Who are you, Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh, even that I can bounce off. Holy owl! Wait, can't I? Yep, he can break them. I remembered correctly. Oh, that is awesome. I love Mighty's gimmick, like, it's not really that great for getting around, like Knuckles is climbing and gliding or Tails is flying, and it's definitely not fast like the drop dash, but it's still so cool, you know, being able to break some of these things. See? Can't tell me that this... Oh no. Oh, thank goodness, I thought I soft-blocked myself. That would have been unfortunate. This is still cool, okay? Even if I do squish myself. Also, welcome back. Not the X. Wait, now, was it the X TV or was it me getting squished that caused my death? Either way, dying twice in one stage is a bit too much for my taste, so I suppose I'll have to take it easy. Ah, there it is. Oh, I seriously don't remember. We'll need to test that in a bit. Can Mighty Stomp immediately harm Eddie Shinobi without having to stun her first? No, stun him, stun him. I think it's really interesting. Well, I guess they are special badniks and not just your mass-produced model without the personality and stuff. So this way it sounds like I'm discrediting the other. What social media do I have? I'll gladly show ya. Where is it? There it is. Blammo! So, if you go to my channel... Oh, hell no, I do not want to listen to myself. If... Hello? Do I need to reload it? Did it freeze? Uh-oh. The stream is still going? Okay, wait. Well, that was strange. So, in my About page, here you have my socials and links. You can find them listed here. But more specifically, up here, I have my link tree. And, well, you have everything here. Up here are my main socials: Insta, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, and Twitch. These two are also Twitter and YouTube, but, well, those aren't my main accounts. Also stay away from that one if you're underage. And, yeah, that's about it. That's about it. I got... To sum it up, Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, Twitch, DeviantArt. Okay, Mighty can't immediately attack because I can't get close enough. DeviantArt and Pixif. And yeah. Depending on what you want, there's something for everything. Twitch, I'm pretty much every day aside from Sunday, I'm live streaming. YouTube, I do post time lapses every week, and I'm currently working on videos that I hope should be done sometime soon, before the end of September. Pixif and DeviantArt is just all of my art, though, again, Pixif is all of my art, while DeviantArt only has the family-friendly art. Gosh darn it. And Instagram, Twitter, and Blue Sky. While I also post art there, I also post general updates on stuff aside from just my art, like events that I take place, that I'm part of, or that I visit, games that I play that I don't stream, and, you know, regular, usual Twitter stuff. And yeah, that being said, Twitter is definitely my most active social media. I really should bring the buttons back. But I like to draw pretty much anything, like I suppose that is a very good time to promote my Pixif, since I have had my 10-year anniversary of making art on Pixif. Actually, on all my socials, I have posted collages with my art, But on YouTube and Pixiv specifically, which is why I think those two are like the best platforms celebrating my anniversary. On YouTube I have posted art summaries with all of my artworks, having their names, having the dates they were created, and stuff like that. And on Pixiv I have also posted since, luckily, that's what I like about Pixiv. A single post can have, I believe, up to 300 images. I'm not... 200 or 300, something around that. And yeah, there I have also uploaded all of my art from a given year. So if you are curious to see how my art has evolved over the years, make sure to check that out. But to also answer your question directly, I do love drawing my own characters and stuff, but the past 2 years I've more focused on fan art for like, not for example Sonic Mania, but like when Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom came out, I drew something for Echoes of Wisdom. After playing Deltarune Chapter 5, I drew Aqua from Deltarune Chapter 5. So like, whatever my current hyperfixation is what I draw. And well, since I started streaming, I've also had maybe a bit too strong focus on my VTuber model. So yeah, I like to draw the same things I like to play. Puyo Puyo, Mega Man, Sonic, Kirby, Splatoon, Kirby, Pokemon, Splatoon, Shantae, Mario, Kirby and Splatoon. Have I mentioned Kirby and Splatoon yet? I'm really crazy about those two franchises. Okay, there are exceptions, by the way, like I'm a huge fan of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and of Doki Doki Literature Club and of Guardian Tales. Like, those games with the anime-esque art styles, those are games that I don't draw fan art of because, that is... I don't know. I suppose I should have a bit more confidence in myself, but I feel like the way that I draw is a bit discrediting to it. Like, I don't feel like to say it as pathetic as possible. No, I'm not trying to gain pity. I genuinely felt that way for years. I don't feel like I'm good enough to draw stuff like that. Oh, hell yeah! If you got any questions about Kirby, I'm the girl. Feel free to oh god damn it, Metal Sonic. Feel free to ask. I can never figure out that Spindish attack. I am a bit too crazy about Kirby, you could say. I've played through Forgotten Land. I've played through Starlight. Oh my goodness, that was one of my favorite stream projects, honestly. Playing all the guest star modes in Starlight. I miss doing that. And Kirby, by the way, is one of the things that I really want to marathon. Like, I don't really like emulating games. Like, if it comes down to it, I will, but currently, through official hardware and official releases, most of them, god damn it, most of them being Nintendo Switch Online, I have access to about 65% of all the Kirby games, remakes, and originals original versions and remix of games. Not necessary. Oh my goodness, get me out of here, get me! Metal Sonic! Anyhow, I had said it and I still mean it. Once I have access to all Kirby games, I will marathon them. I'm just waiting for them to add. There's... Ah, finally. There's, I believe, only 1 or 2 Game Boy games that aren't on Switch Online yet. And, well, there's the DS, Wii, 3DS, and Wii U games. So yeah, hold on, let me check. I do have a list on my phone. Yes, I am crazy like that. Kirby games. Let's see, where did I write it down? Also, just to mention it, I love Right Back at Ya as well. As I learned more and played more of the Kirby series, I realized that even for back then it was kind of strange. It was very different from the games as the source, but that doesn't change the fact that I absolutely love it. Sorry, Tiff, Taff. Well, most of the Cappies not so much, I don't really care about them, admittedly, but Spanish Meta Knight, absolute peak. My biggest gripe really is how terrible of a person DDD is. What the heck? How was Dactynol? Oh yeah, no, that I agree with. DDD's English voice and Right Back at Ya, absolute peak. I meant more of that his personality I wasn't a huge fan of. It's like, yes, I suppose you needed a main antagonist, and back then DDD wasn't really as much in a hero role as he is nowadays. Yeah, no, actually, I am being unfair if I say it, because DDD is an extremely good character. Like, even in the games where he's the antagonist, like Battle Royale for example, he does it more in a competitive spirit and not in a I want to destroy the world spirit. But yeah, for how DDD was back then during Dreamland, Adventure and stuff like that, I don't mean that he ever was an evil mastermind, cause he definitely wasn't. But yeah, he was rather selfish and stuff. Let's see, where do I have that Kirby list? Kirby games, there we go. So, from all Kirby games, there's Kirby's Dreamland, that is on Switch Online. There's Kirby's Adventure, that is on Switch Online. Kirby's Pinball Land, that is missing from Game Boy Online. Kirby's Dream Course, that's on Switch Online. Avalanche is on Switch. Avalanche is there. Dreamland 2 is there, but Kirby's Block Ball is also missing. Superstar is there. Star Stacker is missing. Dreamland 3 is there. Superstar Stacker is there. And honestly, I wonder, is Star Stacker needed? Because as far as I know, Superstar Stacker is the same game, but with a story. I believe that regular Star Stacker didn't have a story, but Superstar Stacker does, and that one is on Switch Online, so who knows? Let's see. Kirby 64 is on Switch Online. Tilt and Tumble is on Switch Online. Nightmare in Dreamland is missing, but technically that is just a remake of... well, not technically. Nightmare in Dreamland is just a remake of Kirby's Adventure, and I don't think it added anything aside from Meta Nightmare. And well, the mini games, I suppose, but yeah, okay, no, Meta Nightmare. Meta Nightmare is definitely important enough to... Uh-oh. Don't get squished, don't get squished. Okay, this boss fight is easy, now I can read the list correctly. Kirby's Air Ride is missing. And okay, technically Kirby's Air Ride doesn't have a story and we do have Air Riders now. But still, if we're talking about every Kirby game, and I really do mean, once I have access to them, I really want to play every single Kirby game. Let's see, Amazing Mirror is on Switch Online. Canvas Curse is not on Switch Online, but that's the thing. I really need to find a way to connect my 3DS with my capture card and my laptop, because Canvas Curse is a game that I have on original hardware on the Nintendo DS. Squeak Squad is missing, Superstar Ultra is missing, Epic Yarn is missing, Kirby's Must Attack I also have on the DS, Kirby's Adventure Wii, or in America Kirby's Return to Dreamland, is missing, but I have that. Well, that's the thing. The original Return to Dreamland is not on Switch Online. I do have it on the Wii, so I don't know how the hell I would connect my Wii to my laptop. But, well, there is. And that's why, as far as I know, Kirby remakes don't have anything missing from their originals. So I might just as well play Return to Dreamland Deluxe instead of the original, you know? Okay, I suppose Shootout Scope isn't in Return to Dreamland Deluxe. That is the one thing missing from the remake. I still don't understand why though. Well, let's see. Kirby's Dream Collection I have no way of playing. Triple Deluxe I have on the 3DS. Fighters Deluxe I don't have a way of playing. Drum Dash Deluxe, I don't have it, but my brother owns it on his 3DS, so there's that. Rainbow Curse I have no way of playing. Ah, boy. Planet Robobot I have on 3DS. Team Kirby Clash Deluxe I have on 3DS. Though that one I don't know what exactly I would stream. Blowout Blast I don't have. Battle Royale I have. On the 3DS, Starlight. And well, starting with Starlight, everything is actually a Switch game, so that's no problem. Starlight, Forgotten Land, Dream Buffet, Return to Dreamland Deluxe, Fighters 2, Super Kirby Clash, Starcrossed World, and Kirby Air Riders. So yeah, that's about 60+% of all Kirby games that I have access to. And once I really mean it. It's... Ah, boy. It's probably gonna take another few years. But once I have access, once I am able to stream every single Kirby game, I'm gonna hold a Kirby marathon, I swear. I just love the Kirby series so much. Well, glad that I have that effect. Especially since it's Kirby related, super glad that I'm making you remember. You're welcome, or... Well, no, you're welcome, and I'm also sorry that I'm ranting so much. Goodness, that really made me realize that there are certain notes with all the Kirby games that are really hard for me to keep up with my voice. Forgotten Land, no problem. Return to Dreamland, no problem. Kirby, no problem. Squeak, Squat. Yeah, see? That is a bit hard for me to say. Ah. If I were using my birth voice, it would be easier, but... well... I am, more or less, using my streams as sort of non-professional voice training, so... yeah, there's that. Oh, that's cool that the Mighty can just... there we go. Mighty... how the hell is he doing that? How the hell is... whatever, screw the toggles. How is he doing that? We don't have all day, Mighty. Get a move on. Sonic, Knuckles, and their fusion. Haha! No snake for Knuckles. You know, Mirage Saloon Act 1 is really the stage with the most versions in this game. Oh, I do very rarely. I used to have a few people watching my streams. But, you see, for like 2 weeks now I've been streaming using ether cable, so since then I've had a really strong and really stable internet connection. But unfortunately, our old internet provider we had to change our internet provider at the start of the year, so let me tell you, right now my internet strength is about 190 Mbits download and 38, I believe, Mbits upload. But back in February, it was 5 download and 2... back in February, in February it was around 20 download and less than 10 upload. And yeah, point is, I've had a lot of internet trouble this year, so throughout an extended period of time, that being February to April, 2 whole months, I was not able to stream. I couldn't stream for 2 months, which really sucks. I should have just stomped into it, idiot. Idiot, you should have stomped. Oh yeah. The unfortunate part is that taking a 2-month hiatus, even if it is well explained why I am taking it and why I need to take it, that being that I don't have an internet connection to stream in the first place. Yeah, ever since I returned, the numbers have been going down, unfortunately, compared to what they were before. But throughout the last month, things have been slowly looking up, so I'm hopeful that it'll go better. And glad to hear that, by the way, glad to read that. Sorry, I wanted to finish what I was saying. If I can make anyone's day better, as I said, I want to make a safe space here. I want to make a place where people have a good time here, so if you say me talking to you in stream makes your day better, that is literally one of my goals, so hooray! Plus, while I do understand it, like, big streamers with, like, thousands of viewers who are constantly typing in chat, it is hard for them. It makes sense that they can't react to every message. But that's also why I myself like watching streams and smaller streamers who don't have that many people in chat, because it's chill. I really like it. Like, yes, obviously, I do hope I do become known enough that I can make streaming and art my, oh goddammit, my profession. But I still hope that, and I suppose those are two opposites, and it will be really difficult finding a compromise, especially since I can't really control that. But I do hope that my chat will stay slow pace, that I can react and read to that I can react to everything and read everyone's messages. Cause I don't want anyone feeling left out, you know. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I mean. You get it. Oh my goodness, this boss fight is real. I forgot. Oh my, Mighty is just so powerful. Wait, let me test. Even Bean's bombs shouldn't be a problem. Am I right? Yo, Bean. Yep. Okay, Mighty's actually pretty much invincible in this fight. Good to know. Yeah, I just think it's important. Like, even during the last December 2025 was the time where I had the most people watching me at once. That was like, I believe 4 people. Was it 3 or 4? I actually don't remember the exact number. Shame on me. But like, I had a handful of people writing in chat at the same time. And as I said, it was important to me, and I still did it to make sure that I read everyone's messages, that everyone feels seen. I don't want to pat myself in the back or anything, but sometimes I gotta say it. I'm the type of person that I see how much something sucks or how much something hurts, and I want to do my best. I don't know if I am doing my best. That's what in the hell? That's for others to tell me. But I want to try and do my best to make it better, you know, like, to give a more extreme example. There are people who get hurt, who get bullied, who get mocked because of their interests. And they themselves become bullies, so because they felt pain, so they want to inflict pain to others, you know? I'm the opposite of that. If I feel pain, I want to make sure that others don't feel the same pain, because I know firsthand how it feels. So I know that it's bad. I don't want... Oh! Stop this! That was unlucky. I know firsthand how bad it feels, so I don't want others to have to go through stuff like that as well, you know? And okay, that was an extreme example now. Obviously, reading or not reading chat messages isn't inherently that drastic, but you never know. Like, I say it's not that drastic, but maybe for someone else it is. That's why I want to make sure, because that's also something that I've come to realize with a lot of things. Something that is so unimportant to one person, like, someone can tell you that that's really small, that doesn't matter, but to use the same thing that they don't care about, it could be the most important thing, and they will not understand it. Because everyone views things differently. So I wanna try being better at this game. No, I wanna try and be open about stuff like that. You never know. And I'd rather try and make people happy than be the reason they're unhappy, you know? Ah. The Max Astra's heartfelt conversation of the day. Of course I had to have this heartfelt monologue during Isle Ocean, the stage that I hate the most. See, Isle Ocean is not as considerate. God damn it! I hate this place. No, actually, hold on. I didn't really need the fire shield since Mighty can reflect stuff. Anyhow. You know, at this point I would normally say sorry for ranting so much, but props to me for growing out of apologizing for talking too much. It's my own stream. I can and will talk as much as I want. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Sometimes people can be really terrible. You know what? They even give me a speed shoe. In this stage. No, not in this stage. In this section, like, they give me the speed shoe in the section where... In the section where I am sliding anyhow, so it doesn't really do anything to begin with. I'll be honest, I have never thought of it, but you're absolutely right. It is similar to the ghosts from Sandopolis. I never thought of that. I suppose the biggest difference is that while the ghosts can and will defeat you, the smoke doesn't KO you even if you have 0 rings left. At least I don't think the smoke can defeat you when you have 0 rings. Actually, I don't know, because it's been like infinitely long since I've gotten 2 0 rings in this stage. Yeah, no, it does drain your rings, but it does keep you on 0, doesn't it? Like, you know what? I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because the ghosts will kill you, but the smoke only takes your rings away. I don't think it kills you, right? Yeah, sorry, Mighty. You just have to get lung poisoning right now. For science! I'm a terrible person! Mighty, say your last prayers, just in case. Yeah, see? The smoke doesn't have the same effect as the ghosts do. Even though they are very similar, I never considered it. Nice. 4 out of 8 hits already. The boss laser is probably the one thing that Mighty can't reflect, so yeah, I should not even test it. Help. Oh wait, right! It doesn't matter that these things keep shooting at me. I reflect bullets! I forgot about that! I've really underestimated Mighty. I knew he can bounce on spikes and reflect stuff, but I never realized just how much stuff he can reflect. Mighty really is good for boss fights, isn't he? Right, only... Man! See? We did a single Knuckles run yesterday, and I've already gotten used to being able to run through walls. Do I play 3D Sonic games? I haven't yet, but... Oh my goodness, right, I forgot to mention that before when I listed all the dozen of games that I want to play. I really want to play Sonic Frontiers on stream. I did play it privately back when it came out, and also play the 3 DLC back when it came out. But I really want to play it on Extreme Mode on stream. You know, Extreme Mode, the one where you don't get to level up, and where everything one-shots you, regardless of whether you have 1 ring or 1,000 rings. Mighty hit the button. Might... I'm not a... That is strange. What? The hell? It doesn't allow me to jump in that corner. SA1 and 2, I unfortunately have no way of playing. I suppose I could see if I can get them on Steam, but... Oh! Uh-oh. Wait, I never had this happen before. What the hell do I do now? Oh. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, Sonic Unleashed? Honestly, I'd be down to stream Sonic Unleashed. I would obviously look to find and play the recompiled version because, oh my goodness, is that good? I could also play Sonic Colors Ultimate, but as I said, Sonic Colors in itself is a great game, but... but Ultimate is a bad remake. I suppose I could still play it. As for Sonic Adventure 1 and 2... I know, we just talked about them being on Steam and stuff, but I'll be honest, I am kinda hoping that they will get remakes. It is definitely not gonna happen anytime soon. Though, considering it's Sonic's 35th anniversary, it would have been cool if they... Like, now would have been a great time for them to announce them. Like, Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 are such beloved games. And, while I didn't grow up with them, I do admit and see just why people love them so much. But also because I didn't grow up with them, I can openly talk about what flaws they have without being blinded by nostalgia or without being biased. And like, they're just something like, one thing that a lot of people talk about and agree on, for example, is that sometimes the music, the sounds, and the voices of the characters have really terrible audio balancing. Like, 3D Sonics are all good as they are, but they would really go so well. Screw it, we're speeding this up. They would really do well from a remake. And yeah, Sonic 06. Then again... Ow? Question mark? Then again, Sonic 06 is the whole it's canonically non-canon thing. Sonic 06 was... I like the game. I think the realistic character models for the humans are... No, not the biggest flaw. That's literally the only thing I dislike about Sonic 06. But I really think it was such a mess story-wise. And while yes, we do have the canon, we do have Methalis and Shadow Generations being canonically deleted and stuff like that, but unless they did some Really? Unless they did some rewriting with Blade, like Sonic 06 can't be just a simple remake. It needs to be rewritten at least slightly, because like there's this whole thing with Blaze being from the future, and while yes, I still like it that even though all of that got retconned, that Silver and Blaze still have... They still let them meet up in so many other Sonic games and build a strong bond. Like, I really like that. But it was so confusing, I don't think they would want to do that again. Because, yes, the longtime Sonic fans, like me for example, and from what you're telling, like you for example, will know, oh yeah, even though this is so confusing right now, it's actually this and that. But you gotta think of all the new fans, like all that weird... Oh, god damn it. All the weird confusion 06 caused with most of the things it did, especially Blaze. But did it just happen a second time, only that this time I didn't die? Like, that's too hectic for them to do again. Aside from that... Yeah, aside from that... I'll be honest though, I actually don't know if... No, it should probably be rewritten, but not changed drastically. The relationship between Sonic and Elise. I don't know, Look, on one hand, I don't want... From a personal standpoint, I don't really want... No, you know, I think, aside from the romance thing, Sonic and Elise's relationship could remain as it is, because, like, what I like about it is how... Oh goodness, did I fall a lot? What I like about it is how Elise was this, you can never cry, and you have to keep all your emotions shut, and like, she was really introverted almost. As a princess, like she had pretty much no freedom, and as I said, romance aside, it's really beautiful how, yes, necessarily evil through Eggman kidnapping her, to be fair, but through Sonic, how she felt the rushing wind, she began laughing, like, Sonic brought out the best in her, so yeah, I guess the whole romance thing also makes sense. In a way, but I don't know, it's a bit more complicated to think about than I really want to, because it's not like I'm a developer who could make it happen, so... While it is interesting to think about, I don't think it's worth it. Man, yeah. You know what my biggest... That's such an off thing. Well, not off, that's such a specific thing. But my biggest reason... Oh, that's perfectly in the middle! Good job, Mighty! My biggest reason why I want a Sonic Adventure remake is like, Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are really great games. And while a lot of people don't like the current 3D model... hello? Okay. The current 3D models, having it go from Dreamcast to modern console, from its 3D models, from its voice acting, from what the hardware can handle, it would be so awesome. Especially because, like, see, that's the thing, I have such minuscule specific changes that I would want. Any story... at the start of Amy's story, she's thinking of how boring her life is and that she used to go on adventures with Sonic in the past. And it uses the adventure models for Sonic and Amy. And that is something that I think that whole cutscene with her saying she used to go on adventure with Sonic makes more sense now since she became playable in Sonic Origins, though I guess that is not necessarily canon. But especially Sonic Superstars. Like, Amy is no longer damsel in distress in Sonic Superstars. And the whole comics that are now also canon also have Amy help out in the classic series, and I really like that, so that makes more sense. And I would really, that's a very specific and personal thing, but me talking about that one cutscene, I suppose, is already extremely specific and personal. It bothers me that she says, oh yeah, back in the past, and shows Sonic running away with her from Metal Sonic, obviously Sonic CD, but it uses their modern designs. I would really love it, and it could be so cool if it were using... It's the same cutscene, just that it correctly uses classic Sonic, classic Amy, and classic Metal Sonic. Then Sonic Adventure 2. Honestly, my main reason for wanting Sonic Adventure 2 to get a remake more than anything is for the Chow Garden. Oh, I just love the Chow, they're adorable. Honestly, Adventure 2 aside, having a modern day Chow Garden would be so cool, like using Chow with animals, with the Coco, with the Wisps, like the the little animals here in the classic series were the first. Then we got the Chow, but now we have so many little and adorable critters in the Sonic series. So having a... I guess you could still call it Chow Garden because that name is iconic. But being able to take care of all of them and raise them, or even if you are still just raising Chow, like, you know, if you bring a parrot to your Chow, it will get the parrot wings. Or if you bring a unicorn to it, it will get the horn. Like, imagine if you bring a Coco to a Chow and it starts wearing a mask of the Coco, which we know these masks exist because of the Sonic Frontiers Knuckles prequel episode animation, where it showed a Chow holding a Coco mask. Or like, imagine a Chow having the... Oh my goodness, Small Mighty is a... Oh! Look at how grumpy he is when looking up! Oh my goodness! Like a Chow with the voidy head, with that spirally head from the Void Wisp, or a Chow that resembles the Burst Wisp and stuff like that. And I also love Chow. I never had Sonic Adventure 2, so while my Chow experience was like a demo more than anything, I still have it actually. I have Sonic Advance. Sonic Advance is my very first Sonic game and my very first video game, by the way. And that has the tiny Chow Garden. Unlike the regular Chow Garden, the Chow in the tiny Chow Garden doesn't grow up and doesn't age at all, actually, so, yeah. I've had this tiny Chow Garden for 20 years at this point, for over 20 years at this point. And, I have a baby Chow with level 70 plus stats and everything. Like, this is the most broken Chow in history. Most broken, legit okay, definitely not, but you know what I mean. You know what? Time for Tiny Super Mighty. And now, I explained my way too specific reason why I want the Sonic Adventure remake, being the one cutscene with Amy. I explained my one way too specific, okay, not that specific reason, when the Sonic Adventure 2 remake, being the Chow Garden. Now, why do I want a Sonic 06 remake? Also for a cutscene. You probably know it. The super famous and super beloved scene with Shadow where he takes off his inhibitor rings, saying, "If the world chooses to become my enemy, I'll fight like I always have." That is such a raw... That is one of the coolest things Shadow has ever said. Unfortunately, the cutscene looks like garbage. I am sorry to say it, but the way they move through the army of Metallus clones, it looks cool. Like, story-wise, it is super cool. But the cutscene itself is just... yeah. Like, they move so extremely slow, and I don't think they're supposed to be slow-mo, and the actual number of clones that they break through is actually so small, like... that cutscene deserves a glow-up so much. Yeah, I'll be honest, now that you mention that, I came close to losing, oh goodness, to losing the save file. I never lost the cartridge, luckily, but that is a dual cartridge that has both Sonic Advance and Sonic Battle. By the way, Sonic Battle, let me just say, absolute favorite game of mine, and oh yeah, we just met yesterday, you and I, so I have not... You don't know that yet, so let me formally say it. Hi, I'm Blue Chaos Astra, call me Astra for short. And on the topic of Sonic Battle, I'm Earl, who debuted in Sonic Battle, and actually, man, Emerald has so little appearances. Emerald appears in Sonic Battle, gets mentioned in Sonic Chronicles, but yeah, Sonic Chronicles is a whole different can of worms. Has a Mii costume in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Rio 2016. Has a sticker in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Makes a small 3-episode appearance in Sonic X, correct? Briefly appears in the Sonic Archie comics, but like only very briefly because that was post-Genesis Wave. Well, no, post-Genesis Wave. Yeah, Emerald's appearance in the Sonic comics is very small. And he also is playable in Sonic Rumble. You know, this currently existing Sonic Fall Guys game. And yeah, that's all that Emerald has going for him. Oh yeah, and he also has one official plushie. Oh, hell yeah! I'm also, like, yeah, Game Boy Advance and stuff, everyone's talking about that. But just like you, for me, it was the GBA-SP, the Game Boy Advance SP. What does the SP stand for, actually? I never learned that. Instead of the original Game Boy Advance. That is my childhood console. That and the Nintendo Wii. Well, no, speaking super precisely, my childhood consoles are the Game Boy Advance SP, the Game Boy Color, and the Super Nintendo. But, well, those are all consoles that were owned by my parents and passed down to me. So, yeah. Yeah, anyhow, I now have listed every single of Emerald's appearances. And now for the most important part, why am I talking about it? Because not in the Sonic series, not in Sega, not even in video games, Earl is my eternal #1 favorite fictional character ever. Any game, any movie, any book, any work of fiction you wanna tell me, it doesn't matter. Earl is my eternal #1 favorite fictional character ever. I just love him so much. Yep. Can't you imagine? It is so funny to me. It's so funny that you mention it because, like, there are people who are like, until the year of Shadow, people were complaining that Shadow doesn't get enough screen time. People are complaining that compared to the boys, Amy doesn't get enough screen time. And yes, they are right, but like, I suppose it is somewhat my fault for having an obscure character like that, but you wanna complain that your favorite character doesn't get any love from Sonic Team? Try having Emerald as your favorite character. My baby got replaced by Gemerald, for crying out loud! I like Gemerald, don't get me wrong. But like, I like Gemerald, but he will never be him. He will never be my baby. Emerald was just so sweet and innocent. Oh my god, Emerald's death is so sad. That's the one thing. Well, no, there's two things. Okay. I will not say how many things I don't like about Sonic Battle. It is one of my favorite games ever. But I suppose because it is one of my favorite games ever, that I am able to talk so critically about its flaws. Nah, seriously. Unfortunately, I'm just an artist, but if I knew how to program, trust me, I would have already made that Sonic Battle remake. I've been planning a Sonic Battle remake for like 3 years at this point. I just can't do it myself, unfortunately. And yes, Shadow fan. I mean, I'm glad for them. Like, that's the thing, I'm not gonna complain that they got their favorite character revived while I didn't get mine revived. Emerald does live on, in spirit at least, through Gemerald. And I have to unfortunately admit that there's this big difference with Sonic Adventure 2 being a big mainline 3D Sonic game, and while it is mainline and not a spin-off, and it is canon to the story, Sonic Battle was just a small fighting game on the Game Boy Advance, so yeah. Emerald could realistically have never had as many fans or traction as Shadow did. Doesn't matter. For every for how much the average Shadow fan loves Shadow, I love Emerald 5 times as much. Let's say 4 times. I know 4 is a smaller number, but 4 is my favorite number. Oh! Become Sonic Advance 1 and 2. Now obviously the question is if Sonic Advance 3 will also get added to the mix. That is actually not that unlikely. And the next, maybe more unlikely question, if Sonic Pinball Party, and to me personally more importantly, Sonic Battle will get added. Oh, that's cool, that is cool. Thanks for letting me know. But still. Decomp aside, seriously, one day I will make it a reality, mark my words. Okay, can I do the glitch? No, I can't, but I will never stop attempting it for fun. Plus, this boss fight is like really long, so I'm using Super Foam just to get through it quicker. When this is already the 5th time we're seeing it. I think that's fair game. Wouldn't you say so? I would say so. Honestly, I might do a stream where I talk about it some point. While I usually do game and art streams, I have done streams before that fit into neither category. Like, I've done tier lists before, and I've done, and that's the important part, I once made a dedicated stream dedicated to what a potential Kirby Star Allies Switch 2 edition could look like. Because Mario Bros. Wonder, Kirby and the Forgotten Land, that's the only two I can actually think of right now. Like, games that get Switch 2 editions that actually add something, like, you know, Bella Bell Park and Starcrossed World. I made a dedicated stream once to purely what could Star Allies Switch 2 edition be like? What new characters could we get? What new mode would we have? I got confused by the shoes for a second, but right, it's Mighty and Ray instead of Tails and Knuckles. Mighty the Armadillo, everybody! It's such a cool design, I like this guy. Yeah. I really should do a stream. 131! Hallelujah, that's fast! Nice! But yeah, I really should do a stream dedicated to just... what's it called? Wait, did I did screenshot my time, right? Okay, I did. Let me take a thumbnail. If you want to say something cool for the thumbnail, I'll give you 5 seconds, because I'll take a screenshot and this will be the VOD thumbnail. You get 5 seconds from now. 4, 3, 2, 1, and... thumbnail screenshotted. Perfect, perfect. You're on the thumbnail. Good for you. Oh yeah, now that I'm here, let me see. What did get Switch 2 editions? Mario Wonder? Kirby and the Forgotten Land? Are those seriously the only games that got Switch 2 editions, which actually added new modes and stuff? Wow. Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom have Switch 2 editions, but they're like... they don't add anything new to the game. I mean, yeah, there's Zelda notes, but... compare that to Bella Bell Park and Starcrossed World, it's not the same. I didn't know that I played the last character that I played as. I thought I'm always Sonic by default. That's cool. Man, I'm terrible at this. Anyhow? Oh yeah, wait, I just remembered. Mario Party Jamboree also got a Switch 2 edition. I just absolutely hate it. That's why I... Wait, what the hell is that stage? That's not... Wait, are those the lock-on cartridge stages? Oh! So the ones that say Mania are actually brand new. I didn't know that. Yeah, anyhow, let's see. Today is Friday. Can I pull up a calendar or something? Yes, I can pull up a calendar. Okay, Sonic Mania, that's enough of you. There we go. Okay, today is Friday. Tomorrow, since it's Saturday, I will not be playing Sonic Mania as Ray because Saturdays I usually have my art streams, though admittedly I haven't had an art stream in like 2 months now, or 1 month, I don't remember exactly. But yeah, starting tomorrow I really want to get back into doing my weekly art streams. Sunday, I don't stream Sundays. Monday we'll be doing Sonic Mania's Ray. Tuesday we'll be doing Knuckles and Knuckles Mania. Wednesday we'll be doing Encore Mode. Thursday we will be finishing Sonic Mania for Good by me doing a speed run. So I have to get the speedrun timer ready because I fully intend to upload it on speedrun.com. This will be an actual serious speedrun. And then I guess next Friday I'm going to talk. I'm not sure if I'll do it. I might talk about my Sonic Battle remake concept because while I do have that concept, I have never shared it with anyone before. So yeah, that might be interesting. And yeah, I think... Oh goodness, oh goodness, it's exactly 2 weeks until Konichi. Fuck, dang it, I didn't think of that. That I will not answer, sorry for that. Saying I live in Germany is fine. I mean, whole ass country after all, but which part I live in, that is too private. Konichi is on the 4th. Konichi, just to explain it again real quick, is an anime convention. And I really wanna... frick, I have just 2 weeks I need to start working on my cosplay. Okay, that means... that means I do the speedrun here. And I might actually not stream for that for the next week then, so I really wanna... God damn it, I only have 2 weeks left. Oh well, oh well. What am I gonna cosplay as? I'll gladly show you. I have... Last year I also attended, and... let's see, where is it? This is all this year. There we go. I did a Magalor cosplay last year, and I'm gonna do the same Magalor cosplay again this year, but I'm gonna upgrade my cosplay compared to last year. So there's stuff that I need to fix that came off, and there is new stuff that I gotta add on. So yeah. But yeah, that'll be all for today. Thank you so much for being in chat. Thank you so much for watching the stream. And hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'll be live again tomorrow. Until then, Astrala, bye-bye.